Hi, we're the Beefy Boys, and today is our 5-year fried chicken. Cool, so today we're making fried chicken.
Yep.
And we've wanted to put fried chicken on the menu literally since we've started. And I've tried and tried to get it right, and it took me 5 years. It did take me 5 years, but this year I got it right. Well, I think maybe. Well, you're gonna find out, aren't you?
You got it better than you've ever done it so far.
Thank you. That's kind of a compliment. So yeah, so we've got so this is 5 years it's taken us to get to this point. The problem we were having was whenever I make it, it was good, but it just wasn't as good as
the Zinger Tower.
The Zinger Tower is a hell of a fast food burger, isn't it? Really. Yeah. Although it does do something weird to my stomach. There's something in it which disagrees with me. I don't know what it is. So this went through many iterations. I've been through every single type of fried chicken you can imagine. The worst one probably being the pot noodle fried chicken that I made. This is when I was trying for a couple of years to get this right.
Very experimental.
And I thought, right, I'll go completely crazy. So I blitzed up a chicken and mushroom pot noodle and coated it in the chicken, and it was always awful. It was absolutely terrible. So yeah, I don't advise doing that one. I've been for everything from Korean fried chicken to what's the carriage, is that what we call the Japanese? I've been for everything, but this is the one that I found which I think is the best. So we're going to make 2 of them today. So Lee, could you butter up and toast these buns?
Sure thing.
You're a dab hand at buttering and toasting buns.
Yeah.
There's your butter to spread them first. Cool. So yeah, we're using chicken thighs for this. So we do a chicken breast at the menu. That's charred grist, marinated and charred grilled. The reason I use a thigh for this, I just think a thigh is better for a deep frying, really, because it's got a lot more fat content in it. It's going to stay juicy, and yeah, you can cook it a lot more than you would cook a breast, which is going to dry out a lot more easier. So we're using some really good free-range sort of thighs from Hereford here. Now, first of all, what we do with our thighs is we pickle brine them. So, I mean, you're a big fan of this burger, aren't you, Lee, the fried chicken?
I am, yeah, I definitely am. It's underappreciated, I think.
It is.
I don't think a lot of people want to try it as much as. Yeah.
Well, people come to us for beef, don't they?
They do.
We're not the chickeny boys, are we?
No.
We are the Beefy Boys.
Yeah.
But it is a really good one, yeah.
It's fantastic, yeah, I'm a big champion of it.
Yeah, hopefully more people will try it.
Maybe.
So the weird thing with this one is, even though you are a big fan of it, a lot of it revolves around something that you really don't like.
You.
Not that. But also me, also revolves around pickle juice. So Lee hates gherkins.
Yeah.
But one of the steps of getting this right is we brine it overnight. Now, brining is a real good process to do with chicken. Because it helps keep it juicy, it helps impart flavour to it and that. So in this bowl here, I've got some gherkin juice, some pickle juice in there for that. And then we're going to water that down a little bit. If you did all gherkin juice, it can get a little bit too pickly. But what's quite nice about pickle juice is you don't really taste the gherkin from it, do you?
No.
It tenderises the meat because of all the vinegars and the salts in there. It helps season it as well, and also it's got a bit of dill in there, so that sort of helps flavour the chicken as well. So we've got a combination of pickle juice and water in there. Now we're going to add some sort of aromatics to that. So I've got some rosemary, which is going to go in there, and I've got some thyme, a bit of rosemary, a bit of thyme, a bit of garlic as well, and then bay leaves good as well. I've got those kicking about somewhere down here, which I can't quite see for now, but imagine me throwing some bay leaves into there. So once you've done that, you've got all your ingredients in there. You just want to lay your chicken in there. So with the chicken thighs, I mean, you could do this would totally work if you wanted to keep the bone in. If you wanted to go proper sort of KFC fried chicken style, you could do that. But we've got some boned and skinned thighs there. We're just going to lay them into the pickle juice. Now, you want to do this for a minimum of 4 hours, but ideally you want these sort of going overnight, yeah? So let me get rid of that. And like Blue Peter style, here's some that we did earlier. So these have been marinating overnight. So that's sort of the chicken. You're getting to do that brining process. So the next step is the flour. Now the seasoned flour is a big part of it, and what took me so long to kind of get sort of the ratios right in that. Into there, first of all, we're going to go, it's going to go 2 parts plain flour to 1 part corn flour. And that really helps it sort of get crispy. And that, then we're going to put in a bit of baking powder, about a tablespoon of baking powder. Next up, we've got our secret Beefy Boy seasoning, and in this is salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. And put that in. So we're going to give it a light dusting of sort of flour first, so get another one in there as well. Now Lee, if you could grab that buttermilk and milk.
Yep.
Now 50-50, I want half buttermilk, half milk in there please mate. Now a lot of people brine it in buttermilk, and that is a good way, I've been through that one, but what I found was the pickle brine was better than using the buttermilk as a wet part of your sort of mix. And so the reason we don't just use buttermilk on this stage, if you use just buttermilk, the batter gets a bit thick. And if you use just milk, the batter gets a bit thin. So what I found is 50-50, yeah, that's about right. I'll just mix that up together a bit. A 50-50 mix of both, kind of you get the tang of the buttermilk and the thickness, but then the milk helps sort of thin it out a little. Another key sort of step to this is a little tip. Whenever, have you made this one at the restaurant? You haven't done this one?
Don't do anything, do I?
Well, that's, he's selling himself short there. You do stuff, don't you?
You couldn't think of anything to say.
Lee does a lot of the DIY boxes, which we are for sale. If you want them, check them out on our website. We don't do this fried chicken one on the DIY box, it'd be a bit too...
It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, risky, yeah.
People ask some weird stuff with the DIY boxes.
What they ask, what's weird?
Somebody asked for some bacon fries the other day.
What, cooked?
Wow.
Wow. No, that's
Yeah.
not bad, is it?
No.
You could send them a potato.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They could buy that themselves though, wouldn't
They could.
Yeah, just get the bacon eggs. Right, okay. So a good little tip for this. So one of the nice things about fried chicken is when you get the little bits of batter, do you know what I mean? You get those little craggy sort of bits. And the way you kind of do that is get a bit of your wet mix and chuck it into the flour, like that. And then that's going to help make these little sort of craggy bits. Right, now I'm going to roll this in here into the mixture. Now you're going to let it drip off a bit, and then we're going to put that in. Now you want to press that flour on top of it, yeah? Sort of like press it down all over. You don't want to see any bits of the chicken, you want it fully coated in the flour. So we'll hold that up so you can, and you see those nice little sort of cracks in it and sort of wrinkles? That's just going to be awesome when it's all cooked up. So I'll do the other thigh now. They're quite substantial, these ones, aren't they?
They're massive, yeah. I've always wondered whether it's like too big. Obviously the stuff we do is quite big, and it's like, wow, look at the size of this monster. But yeah, it's quite intimidating when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much you can do with that because you're using the whole thigh.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but yeah, it's like it can be a struggle to eat.
Well, some madman ordered a double of this on Saturday, and it was like, what are you doing, mate? That's literally like half a chicken. But anyway. So yeah, so there you go, you see all sort of the craggy bits. Right, have you got a timer on your phone, Lee? Now I generally find 7 minutes on 165 and it's done. So we're really gonna have to pad the next 7 minutes with some gold, or you're gonna have to cut through it. So 7 minutes then. So what do you want to talk about? Should we talk about your love for how you think Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film?
Don't even joke about that.
What's your problems with The Last Jedi, Lee?
It's a directionless mess.
Yeah?
That trilogy.
The whole trilogy? The first one wasn't too bad.
The first one, yeah, but the first one was sort of going in a, it was going in a direction anyway, wasn't it then? Because it was the first one. It was the second one that ignored the first one direction, and then they had to cobble together some nonsense for the third one because the second one was so bad.
And then The Mandalorian has obviously saved the entire Star Wars Star Wars franchise.
Yeah.
Who'd you blame for
blame Ryan Johnson.
Yeah?
Yeah. And well, I mean, and Kathleen Kennedy for enabling it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Eddie Murphy film, Lee?
Oh God.
You don't like Eddie Murphy?
Well, I mean, Shrek. You know, I don't.
I can't pick Shrek, do you?
I can.
My biggest issue is Batman doesn't kill people. It's silly.
Yeah.
If he killed people, he'd just kill the Joker. Like the first time he ever met him.
Yeah.
And that'd be it. And the thing is, if Batman did decide he wanted to kill people, he'd be like the best person at it ever.
He would.
People would just be dead.
He's rock, wouldn't he?
Exactly. Batman is the hardest anyone's ever been. It's like Aliens versus Predator. How did they get that so wrong? Right, so now I'm going to use dirty mayo. I'm going to put it on both. So I'm going to put gherkins in this. I reckon you should try the Golden Child.
I said Shrek. Alright, okay. Don't tell me it wasn't a good enough choice.
And this is fried chicken's coming on. Sort of cooking up nicely in a nice sort of golden
colour. That's it now.
Is that the 7 minutes?
That's the 7 minutes.
Bang on time. So that flew by.
It was, yeah.
So here's our fried chicken. So now look at that, we're saying about getting that sort of golden crust. Always really important when you're cooking chicken to probe it and make sure it's okay. Right, so we're going to probe in there. Oh, real crispy, that, trying to get it through. So that's all on the golden colour. So I know, yeah, that's going to be bang on. So right, so there we are. So there's our lovely sort of crispy chicken. You can hear that. Just trying to show them how crispy it is, Nick. Right, so now we're going to put this on here. So now we're going to melt the cheese onto it. So that's there and there. Now we're going to steam it with the bun lid on top as well, just because that helps sort of warm the bun up and helps it get all nice and soft. There we go. Right. This is going to take another 7 minutes. Really good, Golden Child.
Is it?
Yeah,
I have seen it.
Probably one of it's underrated. Tarby's a fan.
Wow.
Okay, right, so there we go. You've got that sort of cheese nicely melted. Now, the thing about steaming them is it's all good. I was really worried when we first started steaming them that it would stop it from being crispy. If I could tap them together near my microphone, I would right now to prove it to you. But yeah, that's still lovely and crispy, and we're melted American. So there we go. And these are like sort of monster burgers, aren't they? Really?
They are.
Look at the size of them there.
They're huge. Intimidating.
It is intimidating. Alright, so there we go. Oh, it's dropping off everywhere. We just gonna go for it then?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so yeah, look at the size of that. So that's your one there, Lee.
Lovely.
So you can see what I mean about getting that sort of golden sort of crust with it. Right. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, so crispy.
That's really nice. Fantastic.
Yeah, so the batter's like really crispy, really light. But it's not thin like a tempura or anything. It's got that sort of thickness to it, a bit of body. That's good.
Good. It's really good. That's the best one I've had, I reckon.
That's because I'm making it for you.
Yeah, obviously.
That's really, really good. So, next thing, you can try making this at home. We've shown you how to do it. You could potentially even start up your own restaurant now. You know everything we know. We're just giving you away everything that we do, don't we? It's probably a bit silly. But it's a lot easier if you just come to the restaurant and we'll make it. So, rather than setting up your own business and your own franchise or whatever. So you just come and we'll make it. So next time you're at the Beefy Boys and you think, I don't fancy beef, I want something different, you can come try one of these.
Yep.
So cool. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
The Dirty Clucker.
Is it on?
Yes, boss.
Well, can you see me, Ronald?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm Tobby, and when I'm not chasing the Beefy Boys in person, I'm following them all over YouTube. You can too. Just subscribe here. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Oh, God damn it, Ronald!
Sorry, boss.